What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on LeBron James and mainly the comments that Magic Johnson made to Stephen A. Smith about LeBron James potentially returning to the Lakers. Right now, what was it? Rich Paul has said that there were about 10 to 12 teams that showed some interest in LeBron James. And as soon as he said that, most people just bust out, they laugh because people don't believe that. You can't believe that there are 10 or 12 teams that looking to sign a guy, LeBron James, for like $50 million a year, 43 years old. Is he 43 or 41 years old? And he couldn't even help the Lakers. The Lakers did go to the playoffs and they got knocked out by OKC. So now you're telling me that he's going to go to another team. Somebody thinks that he's going to come to their team and do for them what he couldn't do for the Lakers. Now had LeBron James had some success and was able to get his team at 40 plus years old to a championship in the league, like what, 23 years, then I would believe that. But LeBron James has not had a lot of playoff success lately in his career. So nobody believed when Rich Paul said, "Yeah, there are about 12 teams that are interested in him." That was just so funny to me, right? Now, think about it. LeBron James wants the max, right? And Cleveland, when you think about Cleveland, because Cleveland is one of the teams that LeBron James could possibly go to, but Cleveland made it be known that they only have about $3 million, right? And so LeBron James wants like what, 50 plus $million. So there's like 40, there's a big gap. There's like a $40 million, like what? He wants 54 and they want to give him 3. So there's a $50 million gap in what they're talking about. So I'm not even sure if LeBron James will be able to go back to Cleveland. But when posed with the question of do the Lakers let LeBron James go or do they keep LeBron James, you could tell that Magic Johnson really, he not feeling the LeBron James era, man. It seems like he is ready to let it go. He's saying it's going to come down to money, and the reason why he's saying that is because he probably know that like it's LeBron James is going to have to compromise if he wants to stay in LA. No way, I don't think they might give him more than probably what some other team is willing to give him, like Cleveland. But LeBron James is going to have to come down off of that number. So what I want to do is I want to listen to what Magic Johnson had to say about LeBron James possibly coming back, and then I want to give some more of my input.
Do you keep LeBron, or do you say, okay, let him walk and we'll invest in Luka with Austin Reeves and build around that?
I think both of them going to have to say, hey, LeBron, I want to come back. The Lakers, I want you. And then what's the number? I think that's going to be the key on how much money they pay him.
Charles Barkley said on this show last week he thinks LeBron should finish back where it started in Cleveland.
Well, that's not a bad place. They're already set up to win, and you put LeBron in that lineup, that's a really good lineup and a chance to really do something in the East. But we don't know what LeBron wants to do, and we don't know what the Lakers want to do. Mark Walker.
All right. So now think about this. First of all, like I said in previous videos, if any team that's on the brink of possibly making it to the championship, LeBron James really can't do anything for you, right? Now, what he will do is come in there and disrupt your chemistry. We seen it this past year with what he did with the Lakers. Like early in the season, look how Luka and Reeves was doing when LeBron James wasn't there, right? And then as soon as LeBron James come back, the whole chemistry. You know what I mean? Like it affect not only Luka, but it also affect Reeves. It affect Marcus Smart, Roy Hachimura. The whole team, like it just threw everybody out of sync. And I believe the teams around the league see that, and they don't want that for their teams, man. You know, like LeBron is just not somebody at this point who's going to be able to get you over the hump. I think that the Lakers are probably going to be LeBron James's best bet, and a lot of ex-Lakers, including Magic Johnson, they're not really too keen on that idea. You know, they ready for this to be over with, but at the same time, they do understand that it's about money and it's about finances, right? And I think that a LeBron James, don't be surprised if they do like a LeBron James retirement tour, right? Because a retirement tour means that they can drum up some interest, and that'll be lucrative for the organization, and it'll be good for LeBron James, because once it becomes apparent that Cleveland don't want LeBron James, that they're not going to pay LeBron James, then that's going to be LeBron James' only option, is to just do this last year with the Lakers, and just do his retirement tour. So that's what they I think is going to be the final. That's going to be the turnout, right? It's going to be like LeBron James is going to sign with the Lakers, not for $54 million. Maybe probably a little bit less than what he wanted. But and then after that, they're going to do the retirement tour. LeBron James is going to go all around, and the Laker organization is going to make sure that he get a pretty good send off, right? A good send off. But other than that, man, I think that the Lakers are going to keep LeBron James, and I think that Laker fans, ex-Laker players, are not happy with that. But it's a business decision, because at this point, say if LeBron James left, and you all you have is Luka and you have Austin Reeves. Like, as the team is constructed now, they still don't have enough to compete with OKC, to compete with the Spurs, so they, the best thing to do is to at least capitalize off the fact that LeBron James is retiring, market that to the people, see how that do, and then just go ahead and start rebuilding from there. Which, in my opinion, I just think that they should cut ties with LeBron James and just start rebuilding now immediately, rather than just putting it off for another year. But it seems like they want to make some type of financial. It's going to be a financial decision. They probably want to recoup some of their money back that they're going, that they have to pay LeBron James. So this will be a great way for them to do it. Drum up some interest as far as having him do his retirement tour, and at the end of next season, then they'll be done with LeBron James, and then Bronny James, he'll be moving on, and I think it'll be a situation where everybody just comes out of this with just looking like they got what they wanted, or at least some of what they wanted. Bronny James got his dream of probably playing in the NBA. LeBron James, going out the way he want to go out with his retirement tour, and he also wants to get his money. The Lakers will be able to recoup some of the money that that they're making by marketing this as his retirement tour. So that's what I think is going to happen, because I don't see any other teams willing to give LeBron James, somebody who's been in the league for 23 years, man, the kind of money that he's asking for. I mean, to me, it really don't make any sense, to give him 1 year, $50 million to come to a team that's, most likely not even going to make the playoffs, because like I said, all the really good teams don't want him. They don't need him, and so there's no connection to any of these other teams. Only team that he's really connected to is the Cavaliers. And I think this was a polite way of them saying that they don't want him, by saying, look, this is all we have. If he want to come here for this amount of money, for $3 million, then yeah, he's more than welcome to, knowing that LeBron James is not going to agree to that. Right. And so I thought that was a a good move on the Cavalier part, you know, just saying, look, this is all we got. And, you know, they know that LeBron James not going to go for it. And so once they put that offer out there, it just made it obvious that LeBron James is going to have to stay with the Lakers, and the Lakers are going to have to, you know, just make the best of that situation. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'm going to check you all out in the next video. Peace.